From Studio A at the USC Annenberg School, I'm Nicole Sheeran.
And I'm Carlo Jimenez.
And welcome to Pac It In Week 2, where once again we talk all things Pac-12 sports. So first up, Carlo, let's dive into our Pac-12 Players of the Week. Who you got?
The most prestigious honor in all of the Pac-12. I'm going to go with a hooper from the Bay Area. Last name Curry, but no, Nicole, it's not who you think. Not Steph Curry, Jada Curry. Jada Curry dropped 21 points against USC on Friday night. 19 of those came in the second half. She hit huge game-tying free throws at the end of the game and continues to be one of the best players in all of the Pac-12. This week averaged 16.5 points and 5 rebounds. And Nicole, what's crazy about Jada Curry is when she was recruited to Cal, Sharman Smith, the head coach there, had never even seen her play a live game. What is she doing right now? Leading the conference in points per game. I mean, that is absolutely incredible when you think about a player who had 4 offers out of college, who's now the best scorer in the conference, the best conference in women's basketball. Jada Curry continues to impress me, and I think she's going to do big things in her future.
That's pretty ballsy for a coach to just say, you know what, I believe in you, let's go.
I mean, insane. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? She's averaging 20 a game.
I'm going to take it over to the men's side, though. Arizona, Azula Tubelis, star forward, homegrown Lithuanian stud, okay? He continues to wreak havoc on the court. He had 11 rebounds and racked in 19 points against Arizona State. He's the type of player who performs on both sides of the ball instead of just one, okay? We all know that Arizona is the team to beat this year. We've seen how they rack it in their schedule. They're killing the game. But a major reason is him. He's the bully. He's the guy this season.
Tubelis has been really fun to watch. I mean, just what he's been able to do inside and wreak havoc on a really tall Pac-12. I mean, the Pac-12 has 3 of the 4 tallest teams in all the nation, and Tubelis has looked like he's playing with guys who are 3 or 4 inches shorter than him.
No, he's unstoppable. He's causing a lot of teams problems. That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, it should be sure interesting to see him play this weekend. Let's get into our locks of the week. But before we do that, Nicole, I know it's your birthday, but unfortunately your team didn't hit last week. UCLA did not defeat Arizona.
Nope.
Which means for the first time, it's time to debut the Wheel of Punishment. So we talked about making sure we put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to do that right now. Look, Nicole, you told me where to put my money, and my money didn't hit. I lost money.
The Bruins really let me down. Like, they really did. I thought they were going to do it. I had full confidence, but I'm really salty about UCLA right now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, well, UCLA forced you to spin this wheel.
Great.
We have 6 punishments on the wheel. We'll do them live here on the show. And so go ahead and give it a spin.
All right. I really want this eye black because I miss Jackson Dart, R.I.P. Oh, no,
mayo
that's disgusting.
sandwich?
That's disgusting.
Well, good news. Got my knife right here.
Oh, you're prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and get started on making that sandwich. Give you a little sandwich making montage real quick.
Ew.
Miracle Whip.
That's like fake mayo.
Miracle Whip mayo.
Wow. It's really good. Yeah, really make sure to get all the edges, you know. You're lucky I kind of like mayo, because if I didn't, I would need a trash can next to me. All right, that's enough. I really don't want to eat this. Okay, it's fine. It's just
a couple bites. Is it good?
It's good.
Yeah? Why don't you have another bite?
It's healthy. Yeah, it's like the Miracle Whip, really.
Miracle Whip mayo, baby. Miracle Whip mayo.
The ratio that you did between bread and mayo is it's good.
Is it good?
Hey.
In high school.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I could finish it.
It's okay, really. I think we'll move on to the next segment, but
I'll save this for later. Let's put it right here.
Oh, you could just put it away. I think that's really gross. Well, Nicole, hope you enjoyed that mayo birthday sandwich.
It was good.
Let's move on. What do we got next?
All right. I'm getting risky with my lock of the week once again. I don't really know why I'm choosing this again, but I am because I feel it this week. I feel it. I'm selecting the crosstown rival matchup on Saturday, okay? And I'm sticking to my guns. I'm going with the Bruins taking down the Trojans at the Galen Center, okay? Just hear me out, hear me out. I have one word for the Trojans. Inconsistent, okay? It's Isaiah Mobley and everyone else on this Trojan squad. You saw that game against Pacific. The Trojans barely beat a team who's only won 7 games this season. Remember the game against Arizona? The Trojans led second half. It looked like they were going to pull out that win against a top 10 ranked team. No, they can't because they go 1 for 14 in the last 6 minutes of the game. Remember Stanford? Similar thing happened. Trojans are leading the game, but they can't make a simple three-point shot in the last seconds of the game to take home that victory. It really is. Okay, so that's the Trojan side. Now go to UCLA. Double J's. Juzang, Hawkes Jr. They're absolute bullies in the paint. 11 rebounds for Hawkes and 10 for Juzang against Arizona State. So the bottom line with all this is that the USC clutch factor is missing, and there is just no way they find it on Saturday against the Bruins. So it's Bruins in the bag.
7 o'clock. You're not going to want to miss it. Going to be a good one. Going to be a good one. All right. Well, my lock of the week, I'm staying in Berkeley at Haas Pavilion, but I'm going to go with the away team, Nicole. Now, look, this is a Cal team that's been reeling the past couple games. They lost to UCLA. Pretty bad loss. They were up at the end of the third quarter. And on Sunday, they welcome in a Utah team at 1 o'clock who is feeling good. 91 points Utah dropped against USC yesterday on Wednesday. And they're the best three-point shooting team in the conference. Going against Cal, who's the second worst defensive three-point team in the conference. Utes are going to torch that Cal defense. What's more, well, Utah loves to move the ball around the horn. They have more assists per game than any other team in the Pac-12. I know, a little surprising considering their record, but they move the ball better than everybody else. You know what that means? That Cal defense, they're going to have to track down so many shooters, and they're going to want to be going back to their dorms before halftime. This is going to be a game over quickly, and I think Utah runs away with it.
I'm just going to hear Cal saying, beat the Utes.
Beat the Utes. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. I think the Utes are running. They are running. They call them the running Utes.
Okay.
And they're going to be running back to Utah with smiles on their faces.
I can't wait for you to spin that next week.
No.
That's all I got to say.
Not going to happen.
All I got to say. But anyways, Beat the Buzzer is back for another round of debating some hot topics in the Pac, because there are a lot of hot topics in the Pac, as we know.
It's pretty hot.
And what are we trying to do? Well, we're trying to beat the buzzer, like we said last time. Carlo, I got to say, the last week, those Magic Elves that are behind the curtain, like we said, they really loved my transfer portal talk because they sprinkled some extra seconds on my debate. So I'm just warning you. I think I'm on fire with this one. So.
Well, it is your birthday, too. So
yeah.
Not only do you have the Elves on your side, it's all like they feel like they have to give you time this week.
Yeah, they do. It's kind of like a pity thing. It's fine.
Well, especially after watching you eat that mayo sandwich.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's okay.
For sure.
But topic one, the Pac-12 will have 5 men's basketball teams make the NCAA tournament. What do you think?
I'm a believer. I'm a Pac-12 believer. I think 5 are getting in. Look, you got the USC, UCLA, Arizona, definitely locks. Oregon, probably going to get in. Now, we look for a 5th team. It's between Stanford or Washington State. I'm going with the team from up north. Stanford's getting into the tournament. They have 4 quad 1 wins. They're one of 2 teams in the net rankings that are out of the top 68, the teams who make the tournament, who have 4 quad 1 wins and are not in that top 68, right? So you're looking at a team that's proven that they can beat the best with those 4 quad 1 wins. What do they need to do? Just bolster a little bit more of that resume, right? Get more wins against bad teams. Well, the schedule works out for them. They play one ranked team in the next 6 days. In the next 6 games, they have a chance to really come out on top and make a good push for the NCAA tournament.
See, Carla, I mean this in the nicest way possible, but you're just wrong with that, okay? Think about it. Like you said, Arizona, UCLA, USC, Oregon. Those are all 4 locks, yes. But who else is a shoo-in? No one. There's no one else that is a shoo-in. Washington State has no quad wins, and Stanford is incredibly inconsistent this season. They lost to Washington State, so there's no way that they jump them in the standings, all right? Remember last year, Stanford was in the exact same position, and they choked at the end of the season. They lost 5 straight games when they were on the cusp of the bubble, and they could not get it done. They also lost their star power forward, Oscar da Silva, and the guy that they have replacing him, Harrison Ingram, he has nowhere of the same juice that Oscar did. So those 4 locks are the 4 teams, end of story.
It's hard to have the same juice as Oscar da Silva. I mean, the man spoke 7 languages and studied
All right,
stem cell
but that's a different
research.
juice. That's off the court, Carla.
I know, but he also averaged 18 a game. Oscar da Silva, I mean, I don't think anybody is living up to that guy. He might go down as one of the best all-around Pac-12 men's basketball players ever.
All right, whatever you say. Whatever you say.
It's hard. That's a high standard for Harrison Ingram to keep up. Let's move on, though. Preseason media poll came out for women's lacrosse 3 days ago, and Stanford was picked by the media to go back-to-back after winning last year's Pac-12 regular season championship and tournament championship. Do you think, Nicole, that the Cardinal do it again?
All right, so I'm not a believer in the Cardinal men's basketball team, but I am a believer in the Cardinal women's lacrosse team taking the top, all right? Danielle Spencer has turned the program around in her 2 years there, okay? Stanford started their season 11-0, the first team ever last year to win the Pac-12 championship, and then turn around and win the Pac-12 tournament. They have their returning top 2 scorers, Galen Liu, and Ali Bayoko. Not to mention, Bayoko was Attacker of the Year in the conference last year. Danielle's elite offense knows how to move the ball, but not only just move the ball well. So this is no question with Stanford.
It's a very good Stanford team. But I think you're forgetting now the Buffaloes from Colorado. Look, this is a Colorado team that it brings back the defender of the year in goalie Julia Lasella, who led the conference in save percentage last year. What's more, let's look at the Stanford team a little closer, Nicole. They lose Genesis Lucero, who was second in the nation in draw control last year. Second in the nation, which means Stanford was getting the ball offensively all the time. Of course they scored a lot. Of course Ali Bayoko was Attacker of the Year. She didn't have to worry about her team not getting stops in the defensive end because they were always winning the draw control. Colorado also returns 9 of its 10 top goal scorers from last year, an experienced team coming back, and I think they're coming for the top spot for the Cardinal. They'll have the crown in the Pac-12.
But like a Cardinal would definitely beat a Buffalo if it was a competition of that, so that's my take.
I don't think Mike Leach would agree with you on that one.
All right,
I'm
well,
gonna be honest.
whatever, it's fine.
I'm gonna be honest.
But you know what? That's going to do it for our second show of Pack It In. Catch us next week for another edition and find out if I have to spin that wheel of punishment again, which at this point, I'm not feeling too great about it, but you never know. I could eat that sandwich every week, so honestly, it's fine.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not taking any nutritional advice from you. That's going to do it for our Packing It In. I'm Carlo Jimenez.
And I'm Nicole Sheeran.
We'll see you next time.